psychology and marketing, and the launch process. Preparing for the big launch, getting JVs excited, contests, pre-launch, videos, etc. The product launch. It's launch day, the big launch. You're going to be creating and launching your own product, and it can be one of the most rewarding and challenging things that you can ever do. When you have that product launch that all comes together, everything is set, and that those JV partners, they all launch out to their list. They're recommending your product, not everybody else's, but your product, and you start seeing those sales come in. It can be, and it is, one of the most rewarding times and experiences that you will ever experience in your life. And it's going to be challenging. There's going to be things all the way through this that are going to challenge you. And I trust that you're a person that can step up to those challenges, that you're not going to back down from them, that you're going to take them, you're going to meet them head on, and you're going to look at them, that challenge right straight in the eye and say, you know what, I'm going to beat you. This is possible for me to do, and we're going to make this happen. Because as you know, there are so many challenges when you are trying to start up a business, whether it's offline, online, it doesn't really matter. There's challenges along the way. You need to step up to the plate, and you need to face those challenges. And you will find that when this all comes together and it works like you think it's supposed to work, it's going to be such a rewarding experience. If executed correctly, the rewards and the benefits can be massive. When everything executed falls into place all correctly, the rewards and the benefits are massive. Those are when we're talking about these, even a 5-figure launch. Who wouldn't want to have one of those? But I'm talking, the 6-figure launches, 7-figure launches that are happening and stuff. When you really get everything falls into place correctly, you're really going to see the rewards and the benefits. If unexecuted correctly, the letdown can be overwhelmingly devastating, and this is where a lot of people, when they get to this point, everything is just totally done incorrectly. Why? Because maybe they didn't learn it correctly, they just didn't know, whatever. But when it came down to the launch, everything was unexecuted correctly, and if you've ever felt that letdown, it is overwhelmingly devastating. It causes people to say, forget it. I went through all of this, just plain forget it. But I want to tell you that right now, if you get to the point where you get to your product launch, let's say when you get to there, because I'm trusting that you're doing everything within your power to, follow what's been going on, and that you're working toward this place of getting your products out to the market and getting them launched. So let's say that everything comes together, you get that product launch, and it does not do what you thought it should do. Maybe you don't even make a single sale with it. I hope that never happens to you, but let's say it did. I want you to look at that as being a rewarding experience. Yeah, it's going to be devastating if you don't make sales. You're going to look at the time and maybe money, the energy, whatever that you've spent on that. But I want you to understand that you got to the point where you actually got a product to launch. You've got it out there. You were able to accomplish it all. And now what you need to do is you just need to take a look and figure out what went wrong, where you could have done things better, so that you can get that product out there and stuff. But you went through the experience of it all. So if something happens that you get to the product launch and it just doesn't work, don't quit. Don't say, that's it, I'm done. Look at it as, okay, at least I did this. At least I created a product. I researched the niche, created it, did the best that I could. I got the JV partners that I was, at least I went through the experience and I showed myself that I'm able to do this. The results are something that really helps motivate you, but don't let lack of results just basically kill everything that you've been working for. Build your launch up into an event and make a story out of it. And we're going to go into a little bit more detail on the story part of this, but you want your product launch to come across as an event. I want you to take a look back at a lot of the product launches that you have seen and what happens. You don't just all of a sudden, if this product launch was done correctly, you don't just hear about that the day of the launch. Sure, there's products that you find in your email that you never heard about or whatever, they just showed up there and you went and checked out. But the really big ones, stop and think about it. How did they do that? And when you start seeing some of this start happening with these product launches going out, you really should be paying attention to what's going on. And I hope after this training right here that you will be able to really stop and take a good look at the launches and not just sit there and go, oh man, all these stupid emails, all these people, all these things, filling up my inbox and stuff, that you'll be able to stop and say, let me take a look to see what's actually going on here. And with this training, I'm hoping that you will be able afterwards, and I have confidence that you're going to be able to go, oh, I see what they're doing here. How cool is that? Instead of going, just being confused of why in the world you got to have so many emails showing up in your inbox, you'll have an understanding of what's going on, and that you will be able to, keep some notes yourself of what other people were doing and to see exactly how things are working and stuff, to be able to implement it into your own product launches. But you need to make it an event. Make it big. People like to attend events. Make a story out of it. People love stories. You need to catch people's attention and then give them a reason why. Not only do you need to get their attention, you need to give them a reason why. Your product launches, we're going to discover here in just a minute, needs to be just like your sales pages. When somebody shows up, you need to grab their attention, and as they go through that sales copy, you need to give them a reason why that they should take action when you get to the end to actually click on that buy now. That's what you are here to do, is grab people's attention and give them a reason why they should buy that product from you. Set a date and time when all of your JV partners will launch together with a big bang. Now, you can do product launches in several different ways, and two of the most obvious ways that most people will either do is the big product launch, like we're going to be kind of covering here tonight, where you get all your JV partners on, you set a specific date and time where you're telling everybody, basically look for it. It's coming on Tuesday at noon. It's going to be, you watch for it. It's like they're gathering for this big event, and you set that date and time. All your JV partners mail out at noon. And everything it's like this big bang that goes on and stuff, and the sales start coming in. Or you can do a product launch where maybe you launch it out there and you just kind of work at getting JV partners to start launching them. Maybe you get one at a time or two or three of them at a time to start launching the product. Where it's more of this is for more of an evergreen product, where the product is going to be out there for a while, not one that's just going to be big during the launch and then maybe removed from the marketplace and stuff for scarcity reasons and stuff, but it's going to be evergreen where somebody can continually get that. So there's couple different kinds of ways you can launch your products. Like I just got done saying, your product launch needs to be like one big sales page. Think of your product launch as your sales page. Every element of a sales page has a purpose, timing, and one mission, and that is to very strategically lead you from attention-grabbing headline to the buy button at the end. When you're doing your pre-launches of the big launch, that's like your attention-grabbing headline, where you're grabbing the marketplace's attention, saying, this is what's coming. You better pay attention right now. And again, you got to have a reason why. Make sure that you've got a great reason why they should be paying attention to you right now. Because you're ready to lead them through your sales page. Your goal is to actually get them on your sales page, but you're doing at this launch is grabbing their attention and leading them to launch day, where they end up to that sales page and end up at that buy now button at the bottom. A product launch needs to be no different than a sales page. Every element of a product launch has a purpose, timing, and one mission, and that's to generate sales.